Kia ora Rotorua and welcome back from the long Easter weekend. Hope it was a good one and certainly a safe one for you and your family. I'm Steve Comber and this is Citynews. Just ahead in tonight's bulletin, over 100 vintage and classic cars went on display on Easter Sunday. Around 90 teams made the starting line for the amazing Easter race for 2010. And a number of endangered species just became a little more endangered. Citynews for Tuesday night. Thanks for joining us. Well, the ability of taser devices to safely defuse potentially dangerous situations was proven last week when Rotorua police drew but did not fire a taser in a situation where a man was threatening to harm himself. District Operations Manager Inspector Scott Fraser says Rotorua police were called to an address in Fordlands where a 40-year-old man was threatening to harm himself with a knife. Inspector Fraser says the man had previously been the subject of an armed offenders squad call-out in similar circumstances. The police officers attending the incident were equipped with a taser device. This is standard operating procedure when staff are attending an incident where someone is armed with a weapon. Upon seeing the taser, the man immediately lay on the ground and surrendered to police. This is the first incident in the Bay of Plenty Police District involving a taser. The safe resolution of a highly volatile incident reinforces the results that have already been seen in the earlier trials of tasers in New Zealand. Over 100 vintage and classic cars went on display on Easter Sunday at the Rotorua Kingsgate Hotel car park as part of the New Zealand Vintage Car Club North Island Rally. Jim Carter also saw many Rotorua streets turned back in history. A large crowd viewed the cars and owners were kept busy giving a detailed history of their vehicles, and certainly an event enjoyed by all. Makaurau Island houses a number of endangered species that just became a little more endangered of late. A dead rat in a trap and multiple tracks of mice were discovered on the island last week during routine monthly checks by Department of Conservation staff. We believe that the rat and mice must have arrived sometime in the last month when the tracking tunnels and traps were last checked, said DOC Rotorua Lakes Area Manager Nikki Douglas. While it is not known how the vermin arrived, it would be quite probable that cause would be increased people and boat traffic to Makaurau Islands. Well, around 90 teams made the starting line for the amazing Easter race on Saturday. Each team of 4 had to follow instructions carefully, which involved doing the Austin Powers walk and greeting everyone they met on the walk with Kia ora. Teams dressed up for the race, making quite a spectacle for visitors around the Rotorua CBD. Professional strongman Levi of the Mega Mitre 10 ads says he got behind the Te Arawa Men's Health Day to promote health and fitness. There are some big men out there and we need to look after our hearts and regularly check our blood pressure. Is all good, said Levi. Māori men in the Wairiki area have some of the highest incidences of heart attack and heart disease in New Zealand. And the aim of the day, which was a huge success, was to allow men to recognise the value of a healthy man and healthy whānau. And to your weather. Tonight we're looking at a bit of the wet stuff, few showers about, some thunderstorms as well. Bit of a southeast change overnight with a low of 9 degrees. The middle of the week, Wednesday, showers clearing and becoming fine with southeasterlies, a high 17 and a low of 6. Longer range through to Thursday, mainly fine, southeast breezes, a high 18 and a low of 8. And a marine forecast if you're heading out on the water tomorrow, Wednesday. Southeasterlies 20 knots easing to 15 knots in the evening. A few morning showers about, they will clear and it should be mainly fine. If you missed any of tonight's bulletin, don't forget you can watch it again simply by going to tvrotorua.co.nz. Click on the View Latest City News link and the link below that for all the latest Rotorua events. Stay with us. Rotorua still to come tonight. Stuart Booton talks fire alarms. We catch up with the team from Mid-Island Gym Sports, and Roger Gordon is in from the Rotorua Chamber of Commerce. City News is right back after this break.